We have future Miss Albrecht. Do you have anything to say before we start these questions?
Yeah, I just worked a 12-hour shift and I look really ratchet.
She actually looks really cute.
But it's okay, I'm here.
We are here with the bride-to-be.
Please stop.
Okay. Question numero uno. What would Mark say his favorite thing is about you?
Well, obviously that I'm hilarious. But I don't know. Probably that I'm patient with him.
Perfect. This is the handsome groom, Mark. Would you like to say anything before we get started?
Nope.
Okay. Question number one. What is your favorite thing about Olivia?
Favorite thing about Olivia? Well, there's lots of things that I could say is my favorite. How energetic and fun she is. And I love that I can be myself around her.
Question number two. What is your first memory about Mark?
My first memory about Mark is obviously our first date. Is this a trick question?
Okay, and all right, what is your first memory of Olivia?
First memory of Olivia is our first date where we went to a jazz game and enjoyed hot dogs, and I knew she was gonna be the one when she
ate
ordered
3
hot dogs and ice cream and ate more than I did.
Question number 3 coincides with question number 2. It was, when did you meet Mark for the first time? Describe the moment for us.
January 5th, 2019.
Okay, we'll see if he can come up with that answer.
Cold, brisk winter's night.
Okay. What do you remember about the first time you met Olivia?
First time.
First impression.
First impressions of Olivia. I mean, that's a story of itself, but we went to the jazz game. We parked in the parking lot. It was several block walk away, and I just remember being able to chat with her the whole time, and our conversation was never dead. We had a great time.
Number 4. What did you notice about Mark first?
Well, I thought he was fairly attractive, but in all honesty, he was wearing a hat, so I noticed his jazz hat first and that he was a true jazz fan.
Okay. Question number 4. What did you notice about Olivia first?
What I noticed
What
about
did you
Olivia
notice?
first,
Was it her nose?
she was a babe all around.
A babe. Is that all you have to say?
Yep, that's all.
Question number 5. What do you remember about your first date?
Didn't I already answer this one?
Kind of, but...
We went to a jazz game, and I probably ate like 3 or 4 hot dogs in front of him with zero shame. At that point, I was kind of like, take it or leave it, Bucky.
Kentucky. Question 5. How did you ask Olivia out on your first date? And we already kind of talked about your first date, but...
She was the one who asked me out. We were just chatting, and then she was like, hey, so I got these jazz tickets. You want to go? And then she was like worried that was going to be too much time spent together. So she's like, but we can just get ice cream instead. So I was like, jazz game or ice cream? And I was like,
heck yeah.
Let's go to the jazz game.
All right, question number 6.
Okay.
Who made the very first move?
Move for what?
The first move.
Like,
this is obvious.
kiss?
Or holding hands or hugging. Any sign of affection.
This is tricky. So, Mark and I did long distance for the first 5 months of our relationship. He lived in Colorado and I lived here. So I would say initially we both made the first move because we both had to make the effort to like stay in contact and talk with one another. He would say I made the first move for the kiss, but that is so not true.
We'll see what he said.
First move. I mean, she brought up the whole let's go to a jazz game thing, but I think I made the first move.
Okay. Question number 7. What drew you to Mark?
Well, lots of things, but obviously, well, I think the biggest thing that drew me to Mark is the fact that he was just so goal driven, and he had like goals in life, and he like knew what he wanted to do, and he was doing everything he could to pursue them. And I found that very attractive.
What drew me to Olivia? Kind of again going back to the first date was just that we could talk about anything and everything, and our conversations were awesome, and we just connected in a lot of ways, and our whole relationship was easy.
Question number 8. This is a good one. When did you realize you loved Mark?
Well, I think we both say it took us a little while just because it was long distance for the first little while, but I think probably in June or July, so it probably took me like 6 or 7 months, but that's because things had to move very slowly because we weren't together. But I'd say June or July, after we went fishing at Henry's Lake and he made me kiss a fish.
Yum.
And then I realized I loved Olivia when she pulled in a fish at Henry's Lake that's bigger than any fish I'd ever caught. No, I don't know. It was a gradual process, but being able to actually spend time with her and realize how fun she was to be with and willing to try new things, and I just knew I loved her.
Great, but when did you realize you wanted to marry Mark?
Honestly, I don't like this question because there wasn't a time where I was like, boom, this is it. It was just like a gradual thing. Like, we just jived well at the beginning, long distance, and then I was like, okay, well, things are going well. We'll see how it goes when he moves to Utah. He moved to Utah, we kept jiving. We had a great summer together.
Jiving.
And then eventually, yeah, I was just like, I can't picture my life without him. So I knew I wanted to marry him.
Future Mrs. Albrecht. When did you realize you wanted to marry Olivia?
Well, I think it was probably pretty early on. Me living in Colorado and she living in Salt Lake, we kind of had to have those conversations early on because it was either I come to Salt Lake or I go to Omaha, Nebraska for med school, and we kind of had those conversations, and I just realized, like, yeah, this could work out.
What do you love most about Mark's family?
Oh, I love Mark's family a lot. First off, they all have different personalities, so you got like a range that covers about everything. They do a lot of fun things together, and honestly, I just think they're all really like genuine, down-to-earth, good people, whom I love.
Question number 10. What does your family love most about Olivia?
What does my family love most about Olivia? I will say that, I mean, they have a huge list as well, but I think all of them compliment her on how great she is with kids and just being able to connect with them and entertain them, and then just how easy she is to get along with too in general.
Question number 11. What is Mark's best quality?
Mark's best quality. I think Mark's best quality is the fact that he is 100% completely honest about everything.
Her best quality.
Best quality.
I think, yeah, it is kind of a tricky one, but her best quality is her ability to do hard things and succeed with flying colors. Simply put, she performs better than anyone in the hard times, and it's great.
Question number 12. Which catchphrase of yours did Mark pick up?
Catchphrase? Well, this is really bad, but I say the word sheer a lot in replacement for the S word, which I know is really bad. I'm trying to get over it, but I say it so
I think it came from
frequently
me.
that sometimes it'll slip out of Mark's mouth and he'll say, "Oh, sheer."
What
catchphrase?
Literally.
She does say that a lot. But you have to
It's
say
not
it like
really
she
a
does.
catchphrase, but we literally just had this conversation. We
Literally.
literally just did that. He literally said that.
Number 13. Who is the biggest spender or saver?
I'm definitely the biggest spender. But I don't know. I would also say I'm the biggest saver.
You have saved.
Here's the issue here, folks. Mark's in medical school. There
Save.
ain't much income for him to be saving right now. But so I'd say I'm both.
Good answer. Who is the biggest spender or saver?
Really?
I know this is kind of a rigged question.
You know, I'm gonna go with Olivia on this.
On both of them.
Yeah, that's why I gave the high roll, because it's like she likes nice things and she isn't afraid to spend money on them, but she also earns money and stresses about being financially stable at the same time. So double-edged sword.
And you're in med school, so
I'm in med school. I'm just along for the ride.
it's a good ride. It's gonna be. What is Mark's favorite dessert?
Oh my gosh. Hang on.
He just loves desserts, so
His
I don't know.
favorite dessert. Well, I know he loves his mom's homemade pumpkin roll, but I've actually never had it and I've never seen him eat it, but he talks about it a lot.
so that must mean that's his favorite dessert.
Yeah.
Favorite desserts.
She has a lot of them.
I know she does have a lot, but I think one of her favorites most recently is the white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup, or just anything with like chocolate and ice cream combo, like brownies and ice cream, probably pretty high up there.
Number 15. What is Mark's irrational fear?
He hates having his neck touched. If anything is near his neck, he freaks out, including his clothes. Sometimes I'll like look over at him as he's studying and he'll legit have his like shirt like up here on his chin just so it's not touching his neck. It's very irrational and I don't understand.
An irrational fear.
Irrational fear.
I think she has an irrational fear of animals, particularly small rodents, and definitely snakes. Like, you can just say the word snake and she'll be gone. So yeah, it's a little irrational.
16. What is Mark's best and strongest habit?
Ooh, he's a very good teeth brusher. He brushes his teeth for 2 minutes every single night. And I'm kind of the kind of person that goes in there, I scrub till my teeth feel clean, and then I'm like out and in bed. Nope, he will like brush his teeth until his teeth are probably sanded down to the gums.
Habit.
Her best and strongest habit? She is, I mean, spiritually, she does not go to bed without reading the scriptures, which is great. I mean, that's pretty solid.
It's a good habit. 17. What 3 wishes would Mark wish if given a magic genie lamp?
Wish number 1 would be to be done with medical school for sure.
Okay.
Wish number 2 would be to drive a Toyota Tacoma truck. And wish number 3 would be to have the vision come into play, which basically is him and his bros having a houseboat that they can take to Lake Powell, all living in the same cul-de-sac, and having barbecues on the nightly.
17. What 3 wishes would Olivia wish if given a magic genie lamp?
She'd probably wish that she was more tan. She would wish that she could have an unlimited supply of sweets, and probably teleportation anytime she wanted.
It's pretty good. All right, this is the last question for
Grand
future
finale.
Miss Albrecht. Number 18. What are you most excited about for your future with Mark?
Oh man. Can you take Well, I shouldn't have made that noise. I'm excited about a lot of things. I think mostly I'm excited about just all the adventures that are going to come from finishing medical school, and where life will take us for residency, and where life will take us after that. I just think we're in a good stage of lots of changes that we're going to get to experience together.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
She's so excited to be a bride.
Please have mercy. Get off of me.
All right, question 18, the last one for the groom.
Oh boy.
What are you most excited about for your future with Olivia?
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know what I'm excited about the most, but I just know all of it's gonna be awesome. Starting a family, building a home, all of it is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna make her tear up with that. Well, this is Mark signing off. He's
That's
excited
me.
for the wedding, May 16th, 2020, coming at you.
See you there.